Hello everyone, I am Bruce and welcome to my latest video with what has taken place in Washington, D.C. today, Friday, January 15th. Since there aren't many laws being passed currently, I am referring to news that I have picked up and hope you find very interesting. The inauguration is next Wednesday, January 20th. The President and Vice President-elect will be sworn in. President Trump and the First Lady do not plan to be present. However, Vice President Pence and the Second Lady are planning to attend. This event is being highly guarded, along with many state capitol buildings, due to high message traffic of possible trouble on or around January 20th. Some airlines are even putting into place that no one flying in or out of Washington, D.C. on the day of inauguration will be allowed out of their seats 1 hour before landing or 1 hour after takeoff from our nation's capital. In other news, the investigation of what took place at the Capitol on January 6th still continues on, with more twists and turns. It's being reported that there is a possibility some Republican members of Congress could face charges. At this point, the details are sketchy, but approximately 30 House Democrats have signed a letter implying a few Republican members could have aided Capitol rioters. As the information unfolds, some Republicans in Congress may have provided tours to the potential rioters the day before, on January 5th. This has the House Speaker looking into the allegations presented to her and has already established an independent commission. While this is going on, the House did vote to impeach President Trump for a second time. The House Speaker requested once again that Vice President Pence use the 25th Amendment to immediately remove the president, but the Vice President did not initiate this action. Therefore, the next step is up to the Senate as to whether they go forward with a trial. But before they can make that decision, at the time of this video, the House Speaker has not sent the article of impeachment to the Senate. This doesn't mean that she won't, since some members of the House are already preparing for a case they plan to present to the Senate. What they want to make sure doesn't happen is have this interfere with actions the Senate needs to take with the new president's plans. While this decision is looming, yesterday evening, January 14th, President-elect Biden provided an outline of asking Congress to vote on spending approximately $1.9 trillion to help our economy, with another proposal to come sometime within his 100 days in office that will cover mostly infrastructure improvements and areas of climate change. One item that he outlined in his speech last night to the nation was providing $1,400 to each person, since most already or are about to received $600 from the previous bill that was passed. This would add up to $2,000 that the new president was advocating for. But some, including those in his own party, are not happy about this figure. They feel the amount should be $2,000 and not $1,400. As you know, no matter who is president, there is always the initial proposal, and by the time it goes through both houses, changes definitely occur. In additional news, more documents related to the Russian probe that took place throughout President Trump's time in office have now been mostly unclassified and released. I will save more details about this for another video, but for now, the Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Lindsey Graham stated today, and I quote, "The original probe was one of the most incompetent and corrupt investigations in the history of the FBI and the Department of Justice," end quote. This investigation, known as Crossfire Hurricane, was conducted from March 3rd to October 29, 2020. Senator Graham went on to say, and I quote, "I consider the Crossfire Hurricane investigation a massive system failure by senior leadership, but not representative of the dedicated, hardworking patriots who protect our nation every day at the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Justice. End quote. Senator Graham went on to say, and I quote, the FISA court, which is the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, was lied to. Exculpatory information, in other words, evidence favorable to the defendant, was withheld on those being investigated. The investigators, with some notable exceptions, were incredibly biased and used the powers of law enforcement for political purposes. There was a blind eye turned toward any explanation other than that the Trump campaign was colluding with foreign powers. At every turn, the FBI and DOJ ran stop signs that were in abundance regarding exculpatory information. End quote. I bring this next bit of breaking news up since we discussed in the previous video the Second Amendment, and this is from the Associated Press. The National Rifle Association says it has filed for bankruptcy and will seek to incorporate in Texas instead of New York. Well, thank you for watching. In the meantime, if you liked my video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, please be safe.